All right, let's go ahead and find the range of the following piecewise graph today. And as we find the range of the piecewise graph, what we're going to be looking for is the y values. So we're going to be identifying y values for which the graph is showing up. Okay, so range is going to have to deal with our y values. Now, in some cases, a lot of people would look at this and they'd say, okay, well, I'm going to start with the lowest, and then I'm going to work to the highest value on the y-axis. And those y values that have a graph on the left or the right-hand side. Now, some people would look at this graph right now and they'd say, okay, well, it looks like the lowest is right here at -3. However, what we want to do is we want to find the lowest. We need to identify each one of the pieces and what is happening in each one of the pieces. So let's go to the lowest. I know that this one stops down here at -3. However, if I look over here on the left, I will see a formation that looks like it's a piece of a cubic, and it has an arrow attached to it. And that arrow is telling us that it is going to continue to go down in the end behavior, and down and down and down in the end behavior. So that tells us that really the lowest is that it is going to be a negative infinity value, meaning it's not stopping. Okay. Now we know that the lowest is going to be negative infinity. And what we're going to look for is stopping locations and the highest location. So what you'll notice is as we work up and across, there is graph on the y-axis all the way. Notice what happens. There's graph on both the green and the pink. There's graph on the green and the pink. There's graph on the green and the pink. There's graph on the green and the pink. Graph on the green and the blue. Now, one thing that tricks people up is there is a hole here, which means that answer is not included. However, what you should notice is there's an answer here. It is included. So this is included. And so what that simply means is that this green, although it is not an answer where the black circle is, it is an answer where that pink. So there is a y value on both sides, in fact, on the green and the pink. Now we continue to work our way up and check it out. There's graph, and then it stops. And now check it. We keep going to the highest and there's blue graph, blue graph, blue graph, blue graph, blue graph. And then it stops and we think, okay, well, is the highest up here at approximately 4? Well, maybe it is, but we haven't looked at the pink graph 100%, because what you're going to notice about that pink graph is it also has an arrow on it. What that means is it's going to keep going up and up and up and up and up. And so as we pass 4, the pink graph is going to keep showing up and showing up. So really what this pink graph is doing is it is climbing up towards infinity. So what we can say about our range is simple. Our range is it goes from negative infinity and it's going to climb all the way up to positive infinity. So on both sides, left and right, it is going to just continue in both directions. There are no breaks in this graph when it comes to the range of the graph.